The signal in the ice. The drilling team heard it before they saw anything, a low, resonant hum vibrating through 40 meters of Antarctic ice. Dr. Marcus Hale pressed his gloved hand against the glacier wall and felt it pulse like a second heartbeat. "Cut the drill," he ordered. His team of 6 stood in silence inside the bore tunnel, breath clouding in the blue-white cold. The hum grew steadier, almost musical, as if something deep below was waking up. The ground-penetrating radar had flagged an anomaly 2 days ago, a void the size of a stadium, perfectly geometric, impossibly old. The university had called it a natural formation. Marcus had stopped believing that the moment he saw the scan. He sent the fiber-optic camera down. On the monitor, the image resolved slowly, a smooth, gunmetal hull, enormous and flawless, etched with symmetrical grooves that seemed to shift under the light. Not rock. Not ice. A ship. "Get me a satellite line," Marcus said quietly. "Right now." Arrival. They came 3 days later. Not with drama or fire, just a silence that fell over the world like a held breath. Every radio frequency flatlined for 11 minutes. Then a single vessel descended through cloud cover above the Ross ice shelf, oval and dark, moving with the unhurried certainty of something that had made this journey before. Governments scrambled. Fighter jets were launched, then recalled. Whatever communication the visitors broadcast was not in any human language, but it carried unmistakable meaning: stand back. This does not belong to you. Marcus watched from the perimeter fence they'd erected, a meaningless gesture, he knew, as the ship settled onto the ice 2 kilometers away. A ramp extended. 3 figures emerged. They were tall, perhaps 3 meters, with pale silver skin that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. Their faces held 4 eyes arranged in a horizontal row, each one a deep amber. They wore no suits. The Antarctic wind didn't seem to bother them at all. One of them looked directly at Marcus across the distance. He felt something pass through his chest, not fear exactly, but recognition, as if he were a footnote being read. The negotiation. They communicated through the electronics. Words formed on every screen within a half-kilometer radius, clean and grammatically perfect. "We left a vessel and a cargo hold beneath this ice 30,000 of your years ago. Engine failure during a survey mission. Evacuation was necessary. We have returned to retrieve what is ours." General Okonkwo, the UN liaison, stepped forward with the full weight of her authority and the fragility of every nation behind her. "What is in the cargo?" A pause. Then, agricultural seeds. Navigation cores. Medical archives. Nothing that concerns your kind. Nothing weaponized. You may scan every item as we remove it. "And if we refuse?" she asked. Another pause, longer this time. "We will not argue over property that predates your civilization by 20 millennia. But we would prefer not to cause disruption. We have always preferred that." Marcus stepped forward, past the general's outstretched arm. "You've been here before," he said. 30,000 years ago, you were here. Did you interact with humans?" The nearest figure turned its 4 amber eyes on him. The words appeared slowly, as if chosen with care. "We observed. Occasionally we helped. You were very young. You still are." Retrieval. It took 6 hours. The aliens opened the ice with instruments that produced no sound and left no debris. The glacier simply parted and reassembled as though it had always wanted to. The buried ship, which Marcus now saw was easily the size of an aircraft carrier, was hoisted into the upper vessel through some means that defied everything he understood about physics. Crate after crate was loaded, sealed containers, ancient and perfect. True to their word, they allowed scanning. The machines confirmed, seeds of no known plant genus. Crystal matrices of extraordinary complexity. Biological compounds the analysts couldn't classify. When the last crate was secured, the lead figure walked to the perimeter and stopped 10 meters from Marcus. It placed one long hand flat against its chest, a gesture that felt universal. "Your species asks good questions," appeared on Marcus's phone screen. "That is the most important thing. Keep asking them." Then it turned and walked up the ramp. The vessel rose without sound, punched through the cloud layer, and was gone before anyone thought to breathe. Marcus stood in the sudden silence of the ice shelf, the wind cutting through him, staring at the sky. They had been watched for 30,000 years. And they had barely noticed.